owned the paint and own the paint. For TCU, they have everybody on the floor that can score from the perimeter, except maybe Turner on the inside, and they will all shoot the basketball.
We are underway between the Longhorns and the Horned Frogs. Texas 15-1 on the season, 8-1 at home. TCU comes in 14-2 on the year, 1-2 in conference play. And again, a lethal three-point shooting team. Jaden Owens, however, missing from the outside. But Aaliyah Roberson grabbed the board. There is Madison Connor, second in the nation in three-pointers, second only to Caitlin Clark. Shot clock under 10, and stolen by Shay Holle. Holle making her 5th consecutive start, and here is the freshman phenom, Madison Booker, co-Big 12 Player of the Week, and one of 5 National Player of the Weeks. Honored over the past 7 days. Down low, Muhammad with the miss, bobbled around. TCU comes up with it, stolen by Khadija Faye. Shaylee Gonzales misses from downtown, and TCU with the board. Texas, the 6th highest scoring team in the nation. Shade under 90 points per contest. TCU comes in averaging 77 points per game, but the Horned Frogs turned it over.
Well, both of these teams have shown that they can score the basketball this year. Texas has been unbelievable. I think a surprise to everyone at the offensive end. It's slowed down a little bit since Roy Harmon has not been in the lineup, but not completely. They still can score the basketball. Khadija
Faye down low, working in the paint, and fouled in Wooden Award watch list despite the season-ending injury.
Vic Schaefer talked about the fact that it was so difficult that he handled it just emotionally. It is very difficult to recover. I think in week 2, Texas is starting to recover.
Saw Rory Harmon there on the bench with the coaching staff taking notes, staying involved. Khadija Faye made both free throws on the other end. The miss by Owens. Texas coming off a win in Morgantown. Longhorns were the first team to beat West Virginia this season. Faye working for it down low. This is one of the elite recruiters in the nation. Again, in his first year in charge in Fort Worth.
Well, and you look at the transfer portal and people that have used the transfer portal well, and Mark Campbell has done that. Key transfers that come in this year.
Roberson is Faye went down in the paint. Connor from outside off the back of the iron. And cleaning up underneath is Aaliyah Roberson.
One of the keys for TCU today is to battle in the paint with that big Texas team. And I think early on, TCU has shown to do that. Roberson just getting one of her few starts this year with Sedona Prince out. She's the key 5 player for TCU.
Amina Muhammad. Rough start offensively, but there is Khadija Faye with the first 4 points of the game for Texas. Faye has now started 4 in a row. TCU trying to answer. Another miss from downtown. Gonzales with Utah State and Mercer. Taylor Jones in the game for the first time. And the nation's leader. TCU 1 for 5 from the field to start off the night. Jaden Owens, driving one of the best passers in the country, turns it over.
As well as Shaylee Gonzales here without Rory Harmon in the lineup. Muhammad is chippy. She is willing to battle this year on the interior.
Texas turning to that defense, especially without Harmon in the lineup. Here is Taylor Jones, the team's leading scorer, rebounder, and shot blocker.
The substitution here, Jovanovic, who normally starts. TCU has a 4-guard lineup. Usually they win.
And on pace to have one of the best seasons in program history. Rejected by Shay Holle. Booker working her way around the defense. Lobbed that one up well short, but a whistle. With Shay Holle in the starting lineup throughout her career, Texas has won nearly 80% of their games. 25-7. Driving to the bucket is Emma Nopu.
Where she played last season.
Amina Muhammad out to Gonzales. Back down low to Muhammad, muscling her way towards the paint. Another close miss for the sophomore.
Decent look by Muhammad with a mismatch inside, but nobody hit the boards.
She's 0 for 3 to start off. From the outside, Jovanovic connects. 3-and-D. That's been the story for the Horned Frogs. 3-point shooting and blocks on the defensive end. And now they have a chance to take the lead with less than 4 to play in the first quarter. Texas 2 for 10 from the field. Flying in is Booker, but regardless, Connor.
And put pressure on the defense by putting the ball on the floor.
Madison Connor had a monster 41-point performance last month against Tulsa. Most points in a regulation game in TCU history. Jones trying to answer and draws the foul. What does Texas need to do differently? Obviously got out to the early lead. TCU going on a bit of a run. We're tighter.
She probably doesn't like the fact that TCU is getting open looks from 3.
Up by 1. Connor out wide to Emanopu, slashing through the paint. Jones got in her way. Owens in front of her. Gonzales spinning, denied. Back out to Holle, somehow found her. Jones nearly had it knocked away. Pass to a wide open Muhammad. Great dish.
Didn't stay involved in that play, but Jones, great size, ability to pass the ball. They have missed her when she was out with that hip injury.
Nice move by Owens, but couldn't finish. The sloppy start. Owens thought about it, driving in on Booker. Turnover number 8 forced by Texas. What a defensive start to this one for the Longhorns. But they return the favor.
Better decision-making team. Without Roy Harmon on the floor, they need to slow down, make sure they take care of the basketball, and execute because they're so good at that.
Final minute of play in the first quarter, and TCU back.
But has a little bit of experience, and she's played defense well a couple of times on Taylor Jones. Hit that shot.
Muhammad driving, and again, that defense.
Really, really talented player. And this is a young lady that the go-to player to score, and it's been a new thing for her to be the player that can shoot the ball. Look how much TCU spreads you out and makes you play one-on-one defense.
Connor was looking for the foul, and she gets it. She picked up her second foul. Connor makes the first.
Muhammad's just played so well here in the first quarter. It's hard to take her off the floor.
With the shot clock off, Booker peeking up at the clock, makes her move, drops it off to Muhammad, working her way into the paint. Another close miss for the sophomore, batted around. TCU comes up with it, 1 second on the clock, and that'll do it for quarter number 1 here in Austin. A battle between the Longhorns and the Horned Frogs, all tied up, heading to the second. Bizarre game so far. Texas, one of the best rebounding teams in the nation, getting out rebounded. TCU, one of the best 3-point shooting teams in the country, just 1 for 5 from behind the arc. Second quarter underway. Owens gliding to the bucket, and TCU,
after having 8 turnovers and playing as poorly as they did.
Texas still without a single point from their backcourt. Madison Booker with the miss. Longhorns cold from the field to start, 3 of 15 on the night. Owens dishing to the corner, wide open. Emanopu with the miss. But another rebound for TCU. It was Roberson. Connor left all alone. I think she was surprised how wide open she was. Deflected at the last second by Owens. Booker comes up with it. Gonzales hits it.
Gonzales, I think, in the last 3 or 4 games has been clutch for Texas.
She's got 17 threes in her last 6 games. Had just 5 in the previous 6. Owens again to Emanopu, driving baseline. Aaliyah Moore in the game for Texas, and somehow Emanopu.
Aaliyah Moore.
Turnover, they were trying to find more. Back the other way. Victoria Flores in the game. The talented freshman underneath nearly got it to fall, and
she plays the 4 position for TCU, and she may be undersized, but she has a great heart and doing a great job of just being physical on the interior.
Moore gets it to fall. Defense circles around. She is smooth. Connor unable to get it to fall. Texas comes up with the board.
When Connor can struggle to score and make the baskets, but she will keep shooting.
Aaliyah Moore with 2 defenders in front of her.
They have 2 starters coming off the bench for him this season.
Meanwhile, for TCU,
with Deja Turner on the bench, they bring Roberson to the 5. Move Roberson to the 5 position.
Led Fullerton in scoring a season ago. Texas by 1, 6.5 to go in the half. TCU works it around. Roberson Drops it off for Emanopu. And a foul on Texas.
Texas switching.
Many games away from Fort Worth. 13 of their first 16 games on the year were home games. Gonzales, clock at 2, throws it up off the glass. No, TCU comes up with it. Texas 5 for 21 on the night.
I would have liked to see Madison Booker go get the basketball right there.
Madison, Connor, Gonzales goes down. Offensive foul. Shot clock under 10. Booker spinning, the freshman draws the foul.
He's shooting 90% in conference from the free throw line. And right now, Texas 0 for 4 from the field. A little bit out of sorts. We're used to seeing her have a much better shot. Guess what? He plays a style of basketball that players want to play. Offensive-minded. They like to score the ball. They give the players a lot of freedom. You're going to get some good recruits if you do that.
Roberson, one of the returners, puts TCU, and like we said, returners like Roberson.
Nice help once again.
DeGaston, nice move down low. Texas back up against Texas Tech, 17 and 11. Emanopu working on Aaliyah Moore. Nice pass to a cutting Roberson. Aaliyah Roberson.
They've got so many weapons and people that can score the ball, but they pass the ball really well.
Roberson 4 for 4 from the field. Here's Booker charging through the paint.
It's good to see Booker get going. I think it's so important for her to be a scorer.
14 and 2 TCU in the paint. Emanopu bothered by Aaliyah Moore. Texas back the other way. Madison Booker racing down the court. Holle wide open in the corner. Buries it. Shay Holle with a huge 3, and Texas.
I'll tell you what, Texas has struggled to get their offense going today. That fast break maybe will give them a little bit of a lift.
The students not back from breaks. Energy trying to get going here in the building in the waning moments of the first half. Texas, tiny bit of breathing room, up by 4. Gonzales hits it, and now the Longhorns teams just 1 for 6 from downtown, while Texas has hit 3 3-pointers in the first half. Connor spinning in the paint, gets it to fall.
That's how much they need her on the floor.
Texas, meanwhile, 4 for their last 5 from the field. Holle does it again, makes it look easy. 4 for 7 from behind the arc on a 9-2 run, and that brings the fans to their feet as we hit the final 20 seconds of the half. 3-second differential. Owens out wide to Emanopu from the wing with the miss. Gaston goes to the floor. Texas ball. Moore, Booker, Gaston, Gonzales, and Holle on the floor. Final 5 seconds of the first half. Booker, 2 on the clock. The freshman nearly lost the handle, but regardless, Texas finishes the first half 3 for 3 from the field. Both of these teams without their star players. Rory Harmon, the Longhorns, lost for the season. Sedona Prince, they hope to get her back by the end of the regular season. She is missing this one, injured 2 games ago with a hand injury. TCU gets the first bucket of the second half, courtesy of Deja Turner. Shot clock at 7. Booker racing into the paint, gets it to fall. And slow to get up, and still on the floor.
Yeah, just took some contact on the interior, and unobserved foul like that, or what the officials are going to do, but they decided not to call anything.
How about this? Jada Owens turns it over. Owens, one of the best facilitators in the nation, averaging 7 assists per contest. She's got 8 turnovers and 1 assist. Look at the moves by Jones in the paint. No, Muhammad is there, swiped at, and a foul. And makes the first Texas.
Shooting the ball very well, but here in the conference play, they have done a terrific job of putting the ball in the hole from the free. Holding her ground, making her take a tough shot.
Connor the dish. Taylor Jones with the block.
The ability to recover and get to her player to block the shot. Pretty nice.
Emanopu got the off.
To recover and get to her player to block the shot. Pretty nice.
Emanopu got the offensive board. Connor Madison Connor, one of the best three-point shooters in the nation, yet to hit one tonight. Misses from 2 there.
Connor has had all kinds of defenders on her tonight.
Holle left all alone. Was looking for her third three. A battle between Gonzales and Aminopu. Shaylee Gonzales gets it to fall. Owens kicks it out to Connor. Pump fake, driving. Has to kick it out. Roberson from 3 and hits.
Well, she has really played.
You needed that badly. Shaylee Gonzales, 8 points. Booker to her left. Connor in her face and 1. Madison Booker.
Booker's so good to her left, and you see she just has that size advantage. Patiently goes up. Love her mid-range game. That is a young lady that maybe has one of the best mid-range games in the country.
3 on 2, back the other way. Connor, pull up 3, too strong. Got the offensive rebound. Ivanovic wide open. She can't get it to fall. And Jones with another board.
The TCU is playing extremely hard. They just cannot get the ball to go in.
Booker, great pass to Amina Muhammad. TCU just 1 for their last 9 from the field, meanwhile. And that little stretch.
Seems like it's surprising, but they certainly have some talent and veteran players there at Kansas, and they can compete with anybody in the league.
Taylor Jones got the elbows up. Again, just 2 3-pointers on the night, averaging 10 per game. Taylor Jones taken over defensively from the field. 0 threes.
I think Madison Connor misses her own big player on the interior that can just distribute the basketball and take pressure off of the shooters as she knocks that one down. You see the frustration on her face, like finally that went in.
Cut the deficit to single digits, and with that, the jacket comes off Nick Schaefer with 3:36 to go in the third.
The thing you have to be careful with a team like TCU is they can put a run on this court.
Madison Booker up. Owens to her left. Kicks it out to Flores. Calling for the screen. Victoria Flores, the freshman, hits it.
Since Owens is in, but she can score the basketball. Another player coming off ACL injury last season, gaining a lot of confidence.
Amina Muhammad spinning in the paint and gets it to fall. She's got 9 points and 5 boards. Owens kicks it out in the corner to a wide open Jovanovic. Gonzales goes behind the back. Tough shot, couldn't get it to go. And now TCU has been collapsing on Taylor Jones. Jovanovic working on Holle. Throws it up off the glass and draws the whistle.
Jovanovic is one of them now getting to the free throw line.
They've got 3 threes. Gaston and Moore getting ready to come in for Texas. Booker over to Holle from the free throw line. Comes up short. TCU. Owens to her left. Roberson driving to the bucket, and it is a 4. And they have done just that late here in the third, and Texas turns it over. Both these teams trying to find their identities without their injured star players. The Longhorns struggling a bit right now without Harmon, and Victoria Flores makes it a 1.4 3-pointers in this quarter for TCU. 42 seconds to go, and suddenly a very tight ball game. Booker doesn't get it to fall. Faye is fouled. A lot of Texas players shaking their heads on the bench right now. Faye makes the first. 14 of 16 so far. 15 to 17. 4 for their last 4 from the field. Connor. Offensive foul by the Horned Frog. Final 15 seconds of the third. Madison Booker, 10, 5, and 5 on the night so far. Waits to make her move. 5 on the clock. Here she goes, working on Owens. Booker to her right, and gets it to fall. The freshman does it again to beat the buzzer.
Looks very comfortable out there right now.
Here we go. Final quarter underway. TCU, again, averaging 10 threes per game. 1 3 in the first half, 4 in the third quarter. Gonzales feeding Aaliyah Moore, driving to the paint. Nice room created by Khadija Faye down low.
Yeah, absolutely. Just opportunistic right there by Aaliyah Moore, but she can put the ball on the floor and get to the rim.
Texas now outscoring TCU points in the paint, 26-22. When the Horned Frogs led in that category at the half, Madison Connor. Booker again with the shot clock under 10, flying baseline, and at least drew the whistle.
Her defense plays on the top and gives Aaliyah Moore room. I'll tell you what, Khadija Faye works extremely hard. Her minutes may be limited just because there's so much talent and depth at the 5 position and 4 position.
That problem cropped up again, pestered by Holle all night. 9 turnovers for the junior, and an offensive foul.
And that's a huge loss, I think, for TCU. Amina Muhammad, who really is a key player for them as far as just toughness, rebounding, defending on the interior. She can knock down shots on the perimeter.
She averaged nearly a double-double per game this year. Texas, meanwhile, has drawn 5 charges so far in this game, 8.5 to go. Gonzales throws it away.
Without Rory Harmon on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, they were one of the best in the nation in assist-to-turnover ratio, but tonight, 9 assists, 13 turnovers, as you said, without Rory Harmon, obviously. Flores, freshman, driving to her right. Had Turner wide open, couldn't find her. Shot clock at 7. Roberson got Faye in the air and hits it. Looking for more. Faye left all alone. Needs some help. Shot clock again under 10. Booker over to Faye. Working in the paint. No, stays with it. And they stripped it away from Khadija Faye. TCU with the ball within 4. Connor trying to get some room, working on Shaylee Gonzales. Pull-up jumper comes up short. TCU with the offensive board. Flores over to Connor, all alone, and hits it. 1-point game.
Hustle plays. TCU continues to get second chance opportunities.
Booker hits a huge bucket. Madison Booker. Owens to her right. She's had 0 breathing room all night long. Connor, shot clock at 5. Bounces around and out. Aaliyah Moore rips down a huge. Booker circles back and resets the offense. Texas shooting 40% from the field. TCU 45%.
And right now, this is all about execution for Texas. Vic Schaefer is a master at calling plays in these situations.
Less than 6 to go. Holle dumps it down low to Taylor Jones, spinning in the paint, and gets it to fall.
Taylor Jones hitting a big one.
The best, shooting better than 70% from the field. Madison Connor up to 14 points to her left, working on Holle. Out of bounds. TCU retains possession.
Without size, keeps the ball up high.
8 points in her second game back from injury after missing the previous 4. Roberson, perfect from the field, leaves it for Owens. Running out of time. Shot clock at 3. Off the backboard. Texas with a 5-point lead and possession. Booker streaking down the floor. The miss. Jones with the board. Misses the putback, but draws the foul.
And look for that shot. Just the pace that Shay Holle plays with.
Shay Holle in the starting lineup. Tremendous effort, especially defensively. The Horned Frogs on a scoring drought of nearly 3 minutes. Connor trying to end that. Throws it up. Comes up short. And there is that defense. Booker to her left. Gonzales with 8 points. Couple of threes. Booker trying to find Taylor Jones, the defense waiting, so Booker takes control, turns around, and hits it. One poise by the freshman. Connor inbounding here for TCU, 3.5 to go. Texas up by 8. Roberson driving and dishing down low to Turner, but Taylor Jones with a huge block. Muhammad goes down to the floor for it.
But also potentially get some second chance opportunities, and I really think Connor has to be involved, and in fact Owens as well.
They haven't scored in the last 4 minutes, and that will continue. A huge traveling call. Is that more TCU down the stretch? A little bit of nerves, or Texas's defense?
Well, Texas's defense for sure, but this is where you really miss somebody like Sedona Prince out there. I mean, you have no player on the interior that just puts pressure on the defense.
And Taylor Jones taking advantage of that.
Great game today. On the flip side, though, TCU without their player at 6'7".
Huge offensive rebound for Amina Muhammad. TCU got it. 5 of 6. There's Jaden Owens. And that ends the scoring drop. And gets the second one to roll around.
You see Vic Schaefer over there controlling pace. Again, this is where he is really good, calling good plays, making time run off the clock.
And a foul. Amina Muhammad makes a big one. Muhammad misses the second, but another key offensive rebound for the Horns. And one. Taylor Jones, no, she does get the bucket. And Texas taking over the glass here late in the fourth. No, they waved it off.
Well, that was an offensive foul as she went back up. You'll see the free throw, and Taylor Jones just uses her body, goes into the defensive player right here. That's an offensive foul.
Do we agree?
I do.
Instead, it's a 66-57 game. Owens, less than 2 to play. Flores, and just like that, it's a 6-point contest. That was a huge call on the other end. Booker, Gonzales, Holle, Muhammad, and Jones on the floor for Texas. The press is on, and a foul. Here's Taylor Jones, 5 for 7 on the night. Make it 6 for 8. Huge free throws by the TCU. Desperately needs a bucket here with 1:10 to go. Connor heating up in the second half. Traveling on Madison Connor. There has been 3 huge traveling calls on TCU here in this fourth quarter.
That anchor in the middle, they're going to be forced to be reckoned with.
On the night, Texas 21 of 29. And makes the second.
TCU's subbing in to have a better shooter in with Jovanovic.
Connor now with her team down by double digits. From the wing, Roberson with her first miss of the night. The Longhorns got another tremendous performance from the freshman Madison Booker. As Texas now looking to go 4-1 without Rory Harmon as Booker is fouled.
In Division I women's basketball, well, her second half has been unbelievable. 3 points in the first half. Taken over here.
And one of the reigning national players of the week. Again, 5 players earned that honor.
TCU, they're doing that Texas two-step heading to Houston here after this game. They bus down from Fort Worth. They will bus over to Houston and hope to get their big girl back and ready to play later in conference.
The Horned Frogs will fall to 14-3 on the season, 1-3 in conference play. Texas moves to 16-1 overall, 3-1 in the Big 12, and 9-1 here in the friendly confines of the Moody Center after a 72-60 win.